Portuguese Golden Residence Permit Program. Renewal application. Application process. The Portuguese Golden Residence Permit Investment Program is in the form of 1+2+2, that is, the first Golden Residence Permit card issued by CEF is valid for a 1-year period. Then, the applicant must apply to renew their residence permit card at the end of their first year. At this time, the applicants must go to Portugal to apply for a renewal card. The second Golden Residence Permit card issued by the CEF is valid for 2 years and the date of commencement of the second card is the same as the expiration date of the first card. The renewal process for the second 2-year period is the same as the first. According to the Immigration Act, the applicant can submit the renewal application within 3 months before the expiration of the residence permit card. The applicants need to retain the following documents as their residence certificate. 1. Round-trip tickets, boarding passes, to Lisbon. 2. Applicants who have tax numbers shall issue the daily consumption invoices and the invoices of accommodation with a tax number. For the applicants under 18 years old who do not have a tax number, they need to issue the daily consumption invoices and the invoices of accommodation with their own names. Note: 1. Each applicant needs to provide a residence certificate. 2. The daily consumption invoices include taxi invoices, shopping invoices, food invoices and other services used in Portugal. 2. Documents that only the main applicants need to prepare. Proof of living guarantee. According to the minimum living standard in Portugal, it is recommended that the main applicant deposits €6,000 for each applicant, including the main applicant, per year into his Portuguese bank account. 3. Documents that the affiliated applicants need to prepare. Spouse, marriage certificate. Children, under 18 years of age, birth certificate, statement for permission to apply for the Golden Residence Permit for children. Children, over 18 years of age, birth certificate, proof of unmarried, student and financially dependent. Main applicant's parents, under 65 years old, birth certificate of the main applicant or his/her spouse, proof of financially dependent, main applicant's parents, over 65 years old, birth certificate of the main applicant or his/her spouse. Note: the application documents of the dependents need to be submitted to the notary office and translated into Portuguese. Later, the documents need to be notarized by the two countries' embassy. There are 2 ways to notarize the marriage certificate. The main applicant or his/her spouse will present the original file and the copy of the marriage certificate at the notary office, then the notary shall check whether the original and the copy of the marriage certificate are identical. If the main applicant or his/her spouse's marriage certificate is lost, or their marriage certificate cannot be used for notarization, they can go to the notary office to do the marriage entity notarization. Note: this document is valid for 6 months from the date of notarization. There are 2 ways to notarize the birth certificate. The applicants who need to provide the birth certificate shall present the original and the copy of the birth certificate issued by the hospital at the notary office, then the notary checks whether the 2 documents are identical. Finally, the notary issues the birth certificate. If the applicant cannot provide the birth certificate, the applicant and his/her parents shall do the birth entity notarization at the notary office. Note: this document is valid for 6 months from the date of notarization. Statement of guardian's permission to apply for the residence permit for a child. If a child applies for the Golden Residence Permit only with one of his parents, the guardian of the child who does not apply for the Golden Residence Permit needs to write a statement paper that he agrees the child applies for the Golden Residence Permit with another guardian. If the parents of the child both apply for the Golden Residence Permit, this document is not required. Reading proof. Full-time reading proof provided by schools credited by the Ministry of Education. Money lacked proof. The main applicants write a living statement and provide other documents, such as living expenses, tuition, medical expenses to prove that their children, parents, the spouse's parents are dependent on the main applicants. The documents that the lawyer assists all the applicants to prepare. The land lease or the contract of the property, the land lease issued by the Portuguese Land Registry or the contract, original and copy documents, registered by the local notary office. Payment vouchers of at least €500,000 issued by the Portuguese bank, payable in non-cash, such as bank transfer. No-debt statement, a document issued by the Portuguese Tax Department and the Social Security Department certifying that the applicant has no debt in Portugal. Declaration of honesty, a document drafted by the lawyer and signed by the applicants that they are willing to apply for the Golden Residence Permit. An application form for the Golden Residence Permit. Accountability letter of responsibility. The main applicant is required to sign his name in the official accountability letter for the affiliated applicants to be responsible for the affiliated applicants. Note: time: it takes about 1 week to notarize the documents, while it takes about 4 weeks to notarize the documents of double certification. Document validity: all applicants' documents need to be submitted to the CEF within the valid period of the document. Submission of documents: the CEF has the right to require the applicants to update or supplement the relevant documents. It includes the documents mentioned above. Recommendation: applicants should provide the accurate information and make sure that the information is not changed, or the application process and the outcome of the trial will be affected. The lawyer appoints the time with the CEF to submit the application file of the Golden Residence Permit. The lawyer appoints the time with the CEF in Portugal before the applicants go to Portugal to submit the application. Then the CEF will send a letter to the lawyer's mailbox, and the lawyer will send this letter to the agency. Finally, the letter is transferred to the applicants. The applicants can buy the tickets to come to Portugal. The applicants have a legal visa to enter Portugal. The applicants pay the filing fee in the CEF, €520.40 for the main applicant, €81.10 person for the affiliated applicants. Submit the documents and collect biological information. Remarks: the CEF stipulates that the main applicants must go to Portugal to open a file. The CEF will receive the applicant's renewal documents after opening a file. It is recommended that the affiliated applicants open a file together with the main applicants. If the affiliated applicants cannot open a file by themselves, the lawyers on behalf of them open the file and submit the documents. In this case, the CEF may reject the renewal application of the affiliated applicants. But once the renewal application of the affiliated applicants is approved, the CEF requires the main applicants accompanied with the affiliated applicants go to the Portuguese embassy. Then the main applicants sign the accountability letter of supervision, and the affiliated applicants pay the filing fee and get the residence visa, then collect biological information and pay the card fee. The CEF requires that the applicant needs to appoint the date of renewal application within 30 days to 90 days before his residence permit card expires. If the applicant makes an appointment within 30 days before the residence permit card expires, he needs to pay a fine, approximately €37.50 person. The CEF requires that all the renewal documents of the applicants need to be submitted within 10 days. It is recommended that all the renewal documents of the applicants need to be prepared before submitting the renewal application and submitted on the date of opening a file at the CEF. According to the new regulations of the Portuguese CEF, the relevant departments need to reply for the results of the renewal application within 60 days. The CEF approves the application for the Golden Residence Permit after hearing all the documents of the applicants. The CEF will send a letter to the lawyer's email, then the lawyer sends the letter to the agency, then to the applicants. The lawyer assists the applicants to apply for a card authorization, and the bank will send the authorization document to the main applicant's email. Then the applicants inform the agency to guide them to sign the document. The main applicants send the authorized email to the bank, and the lawyer gets the check from the bank and pay the money for the CEF. It usually takes 1 to 2 months to complete the card since the money is paid. The Golden Residence Permit card second received is valid for 2 years.